remember is that stress can be defined as anything that alters our function. There's good stress and there's bad stress. Good stress being that extra little push that gets us to get things done, whereas bad stress has an influence on our function as human beings. It's often when someone does not have the necessary skills or resources to cope with a very stressful situation that stress becomes bad and alters your function. You can classify them in different categories. I think the first one is the emotional symptoms that people often experience, where they feel depressed, they withdraw themselves from their environment. And then physical symptoms, where one would feel like crying the whole time, where you have memory loss, where you have a lack of concentration. And then also a change in behavioral, what you usually do at home. Increase in smoking is a very typical thing. A lack of sleep that now presents after all of these years of actually sleeping very well. And then also the other thing is a change in job behavior, where a person would arrive later at work and not being able to concentrate, decides to leave earlier. There's a whole range of methods that's been described on how to effectively reduce stress. I think the first thing is to be aware of the symptoms of stress, and then also analyze a potential stressful situation and make sure that the stress is not overtaking your whatever is at hand to be handled. And then also learn a few relaxing techniques like breathing techniques. Take breaks often at work, not half an hour breaks, but I mean a 2-3 minute break. Just clearing your head, walking around the office might actually help quite a bit. I think the most important thing is burnout. In severe cases, when a person continuously stressed the whole time, it can eventually lead to burnout. This turns you in a non-functional person. You won't be able to concentrate, you won't be able to do your job properly, and that's quite a dangerous area to walk into, where you become a non-functional person. This is where hormones come into play. Usually in fight or flight reactions, cortisol and adrenaline are two of the most important hormones. It was for long believed that in a stressful situation there's a difference in the amount of cortisol women excrete in a stressful situation. This led to a whole range of very weird theories on why women react differently to stressful situations. Another hormone comes into play which is called oxytocin. This is the hormone which makes a woman react quite differently to a stressful situation, a more nurturing way, making her very much more emotional. And this was research done by Stanford University in America that showed this. So women and men do tend to react differently to stressful situations, but I think it's mostly due to hormonal changes that can do this. Well, for me, most important thing is, as I said earlier, to make sure that you take quite a couple of breaks and leave work at work. That's my basic rule. Occasionally there is something that needs immediate attention, and often I find myself doing some work at night, but I try not to do that. And then also make sure that I have quite a bit of things that takes my mind off work. Reading, walking, the most common things that you can do, and practice a hobby.